What's up guys, this is a quick video on the Victure PC730 IP camera. So right guys, this actual video is on how to connect to the Wi-Fi and how to connect to the IPC360 app. So right guys, I've actually bought this from Amazon and I paid $39.99. And what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below just in case if you need any more information or if you want to actually buy one. So right guys, the first thing we need to do is we need to fit the micro SD card. So this is the micro SD card I'm gonna fit, and it's a SanDisk Extreme Plus. It's a 64GB class 10 card. So with this camera itself, only a class 10 and above card will work. So what we need to do, so this is where the micro SD card slot is in here, and we need to take this off. So we just need to be careful with this because the two-way speakers underneath here as well. So I'm just going to undo the screws. Take this cover off. So if you can see that, you can see the two-way speaker in there. Just be careful not to drop anything in there and make sure you don't drop your screws. So I'm just going to turn this around so you can see a bit more easily. So if you can see in there, that's where the micro SD card slot is. So you want to grab your micro SD card and you want to put it into the slot like so. Then you want to push it down until it clicks into place. So that's clicked into place. So if you can see around the cover, there's a rubber grommet as well, so just be careful with that and make sure you don't trap these wires on the side. So when you fit this, just make sure the wires are in, make sure the grommet's in, and then just tighten it up now just to get the waterproof seal again. So I think they've connected this underneath the camera so it protects it from any water. So right, that's the micro SD card slot in there. So the next thing we need to do is connect the power supply. So we've got 3 wires here. We've got the RJ45, which is the hard wire for the internet. So if you don't want to connect it wirelessly, you'll connect it with a hard wire here. Here we've got the factory reset button. So if you have any problems and you need to reset it, you just reset it from here. And here we've got the power supply. So right, I'm going to connect the power supply to it now. So right, that's the power supply connected. You can see the red light on now. So right, that'll be calibrating now. So while that's calibrating, the next thing what we need to do is we need to go to the App Store if you've got an iOS device and Google Play if you've got an Android device. So that's just calibrating and it's getting ready. So what we need to do is open the App Store, type in IPC360, and this is what the app looks like. So right, once you've done that, download the app and then open it up, and then it'll bring you to this menu system here. So it's asking you to sign in at this stage, but you can't sign in because you have to sign up. So if you can see that, hit that there and it will take you into sign up. So next thing you want to make sure it says your right country at the top. So mine says United Kingdom because I'm in England. Underneath there it says email address, so if you hit that, type in your email address wherever it is and then hit obtain. When you hit obtain, what it will do is it will send you an email to your email address with the verification code. So once you've gone to your emails, got the code, type it into here. Once you've typed it in there, make sure this is ticked, which it should be, but make sure it is, and then hit next. When you hit next, it will take you to another menu system, and it will ask you to set up a password. So once you set your password up, it'll ask you to confirm it, and once it's confirmed it will let you into the app. So right, I've already done all that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign in with my email address and password, and then I'll show you the next step. So right, the next step, it brings you up to here, this menu system. So first of all, we want to go to this plus mark on the top right, and that's to add a camera. So when you come to this stage, it's asking you now if you want to connect it wirelessly or do you want to connect it with a hard wire. So we want to connect this wirelessly, so we'll hit that. Here it's telling you to turn on the power and confirm that the camera indicator light is flashing red. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we're just going to have a quick look at the camera, and as you can see, it is flashing red. So now we can go to the next stage. So we're going to hit next here. Now here it's asking you to make sure that your router box, your Wi-Fi, is basically on 2.4 gigahertz, because the camera and the app will only work on 2.4 gigahertz. So that means this iPad or your iPhone or your Android phone has to be connected to the 2.4 gigahertz. So right, that's what we're going to do now. And we're going to come out of here. We're going to go into settings. So if you can see here, my Wi-Fi is on 5 gigahertz, and that's not going to work. So I'm going to hit that now, and I've got this here, EE, which is my 2.4 gigahertz. Now if you haven't got that, what you need to do is get in touch with your internet provider and ask them to set it up for you, and they will set you up 2.4 gigahertz, and make sure they set you up with the 5 gigahertz at the same time, so you've got both of them as an option. So right after that, we need to go back to the menu system. So once we come back here, you want to make sure that it's got the right internet in it, the right name in it. So that's EE. So here it's asking for the Wi-Fi password. So type in the Wi-Fi password exactly how it is. If it's got capital letters, use capital letters. If it hasn't, don't use them. Just copy it exactly the same. So right, I'm going to type that in and then come to OK. So right, I've done that now. And now what it's doing is it's talking to the camera and connecting up with it, and connecting up to the router as well. So the app, the camera and the router are all connecting up together. So we've just heard the noise from the camera where it's saying that it has connected. So we just need to wait now. So once you've heard the camera make a noise, you press this. So I've done that now to go to the next stage. But I think we have to wait 63 seconds. So right, the camera is ready now. I've just fast forwarded that bit, but you have to wait 1 minute. Right here, it's asking you to name the camera. So you can name the camera baby room, living room, dining room, kitchen room, or whatever you want to name it. So I'm just going to name it camera for now and go to OK. So right, this is the menu system now. So before I go into the camera system, I'm just going to show you around here. So here, this is where you can share your camera and encrypt your footage as well. Next to that, we've got cloud services, and that's just basically to store your footage instead of on the microsd card. The only issue with that is that's a paid service, and you'll have to pay for that every month. Next to that, we've got the motion detection alerts, so we can turn that on, and that'll give you your alert sound. We'll turn that on as well. Here we've got alarm time and sensitivity, so you can set the sensitivity of the infrared sensors, what sense the movement. So I'm going to leave that on free. And you can set that alert for movement only in the daytime or the evening, or you can have it for the whole day, or you can customize it to a certain time. It's down to your preference. So right, we'll come out of that. After that, we've got this other sign here, which is for sharing your computer with other family members. So same thing here, you go to plus, you add the account. I'm not sure how to do that. I've not actually done that. So I'm going to cancel that and come out of here. Here it's just saying that it's offering you 7 days of free cloud service, and then after that it's going to charge you every month for the app. We'll cancel that. After that, we've got this gear sign here. This is your settings. So here you can rename the camera, Underneath there you can share the camera with other family members. Underneath there on Wi-Fi, that's to encrypt your footage so nobody can view it. Shooting angle, this is horizontal or vertical, depending on if you mount your camera upside down you can turn the footage right way up. Here is the status light, you can turn that on and off. That's that flashing red light and green light. If you don't want anybody to know that their camera is running, you can turn that off. So underneath there we've got alert, and that's a motion detection, so I've already been through that. We've already had a look at that. So underneath there we've got the volume here. So we've got the camera speaker volume. So the speaker near the micro SD card slot, that's that speaker here to talk two-way. So you can turn that up and down depending on how loud you want it. So underneath here we've got camera notification volumes. So whenever you notice any kind of notification, that camera will make noises, and you can turn that up and down. So if you don't want anybody to know that the camera is on, you're going to turn your indicator light off, and you can turn your notification volume off, so it'll be completely silent and nobody will hear it. Underneath there we've got the microphone volume, you can turn that up and down, and the actual microphone is at the back here underneath. So I'll just let you know. So the camera itself is just noticed the motion, obviously because of me, and it sent us an alert to the app as well, so we'll check that out in a bit. So right, we'll come out of there. Right, where were we? That was the volume. So time, language and time zone, that's simple enough. Encryption mode, that's to encrypt your footage so nobody can view it. SD card recording settings, so I'm just going to click that and have a look. So here you can record constantly on the micro SD card. So right, before I go into this, let me just explain one thing. As soon as you fit the micro SD card in, it will automatically start recording non-stop because it's on continuous recording. But if you want, you can set it on daytime only recording, or evening time, or the whole day, or customize it to a certain time if you want, down to your preference. So right, that's that. Underneath there we've got the video storage location, and here you've got a choice of storing it on your micro SD card, which we were doing now, or you got a choice of using the cloud service, or you can use both of them. So right, that's that. Underneath there we've got cloud storage settings, and that's very similar to the SD card's settings. So underneath there we've got change router. So from here you can find the next router you want to connect to, and that's enter the password and connect to it. So this underneath here, this is the device information, this is your IP address and all the other details for your camera itself. Underneath here, this is important, this is the memory card information. So really when you set up, you want to come to here first, but basically I'll start from here from the top. So it's telling you that your status on your memory card is normal, and your total capacity for your micro SD card, what's available. So here at the bottom it says format memory card. So you want to format your micro SD card before you even start using it, so that it'll record the footage. Sometimes it might not record it, but you have to format it always in the camera you're going to use it in. So right, I'm going to come out of that. So memory device, memory card information, we've had a look at that. Firmware upgrade, so basically if there's a firmware update it will tell you there. So underneath here we've got reboot camera, and what that will do, it will turn the camera off, it will turn it back on, recalibrate and set back up. Underneath here we've got refresh settings information, so if you changed any of the settings and you want it all back to normal, that's what that will do. And then underneath here we've got delete camera. So if you're having any issues with the setup and any problems, you can delete the camera and reset up again by pressing the factory reset button on the camera as well. So right, that's everything on here. So here, just be careful, you've got a dustbin sign here, and that will delete the camera as well, so just be careful. So if you look on the top here, we've got the plus mark here again, so you can add another camera. I think you can add up to 10 cameras, I'm not sure, but you can add quite a few cameras to it, and they'll all be listed here so you can look at them individually. So on the bottom of the menu system we've got my device here, and this is this setup here, what you can see. After that we've got the album. So this is the album here. So this is some of the stuff what I've already took pictures of. and I've recorded some footage already on it. But I'm going to show you that in a minute, so I'm going to come out of this. So that was the album down here. Next up we've got the alerts. So if I hit that, and we did get an alert before, so if I hit that, it'll give us information at what time it was. It tells you that there was one motion detected, and the video footage is there as well. So if I hit that, it will actually play the footage at the time when it noticed the
notification volume. So whenever you notice any kind of notification,
so it's just repeating
that camera will make noises
on the playback what we were talking about before. So basically when I touch the camera, this is what it noticed, and it's recorded that bit. So I'm just going to come back out of that. So that's all your notifications. If I hit that, you've got all your different types of activities, all activities, or you can have it set on motion detection or just on infrared detection or incoming calls. Best to set it on all activities. So on the other side we've got the date. So if we hit that, all the dates are here for if it ever noticed any other alerts or motion, and it'll all be stored here. You can go to any specific date and check that out if you like. So right, that's that. And here on the bottom finally we've got settings here. Right, we're nearly there guys. So that's the message settings, so when it sends you any messages, feedback for the app itself, and then we've got help here. Help is pretty good guys. Here it will give you any information if you get stuck, if you need to register, or if you need to add a camera, you just hit that and it will tell you exactly what you need to do to connect up. And it's got other information as well. Here it's got information about the camera, the IP address, and wherever else is there. Underneath there we've got clear archive, so that clears your archive. Modify password, so if you want to change your password and stuff, you can change it there if it's been compromised. And underneath there you've got delete account, so if you want to delete this account and set up a fresh account, you can do that as well. Voice access, I've not used that yet, so I can't really tell you much about it. Log out, I don't really log out, it's down to you if you want to log out, but if you log out you have to put in your password in every time. What I do is I just close it, and then when I want to go back into it I just hit the app, it'll open up and automatically take me inside without adding the password and everything else in there. So right, I'm just going to go back to my device again. So we're back here now. So to enter the camera itself, you just press this here, and that will give us the live footage now. So this is the live footage of the camera now. So I'm just going to show you now. I just noticed an alert. I've just put my hand over the camera, so it's sent an alert. So right, I'm just explaining to you so you can understand what's going on here. So this is live footage here. So if I start from the bottom, this is where the speaker is. So if I turn that off, so the camera is picking up what I'm saying. I'm just going to turn that off because I'm getting feedback. So the camera is picking up what I'm saying and the tablet's saying it to me, but because I'm close to the camera is hearing the repeat of the tablet and repeating it again back and forwards. So that's how the sound from there is. If you see here, this is live footage. Like I said, if something's happening and you want to take a picture, you just hit that and it will take a picture and it will save it to your album in the app and in the iPhone or the Android or the tablet camera roll. Next to that we've got a microphone here for the two-way audio. So if you simply press this down, and now you talk into it, and now you can talk two-way through it. So right, that's how that works. If you, like I said, don't forget we're on live footage. If something's happening now live and you want to record the footage, you can press this camera sign, and what that'll do is it'll start recording now, and it's recording the live footage now. That's me again with the motion detection, and that's an alert. So once you finish recording, you press this pause sign, and same thing again, it will save it in the album of the app and in the tablet or the phone. So finally on the last row here we've got this A. If we hit that, we've got automatic, we've got standard definition, and we've got high definition. So hit the high definition straight away because we want the best picture quality. So right guys, the next thing I can show you is this band here. If you can see this band, this is a time band. So you can see 11 o'clock here, 10 o'clock here, and then 9 o'clock. So we can slide this across to whatever time we want, and we can move it the other way as well to further time. So I'm just going to turn that feedback off. So if you can see this blue bar, this is the actual footage what's been taped onto the micro SD card onto the camera itself. So that's saved onto the micro SD card. It's not saved onto the tablet or your phone. So if you want to view that, what you need to do is slide this counter across onto the blue thing and let go of it. So now it's going to record playback.
You can record constantly on the micro SD.
So this is the playback. I'm just going to turn the speaker off because. So right, so this is the playback feature now, and it's playing back what's happened before. And if you're watching playback now and you want to take a picture, you can press this, and this is take a picture of what's been recorded on the micro SD card. So you're taking that footage from there. Next we've got the video sign. If you press that, it'll start recording the footage what's been saved on the micro SD card, and it will save it onto the tablet and the app itself. To stop it, you'll press pause, and that will come back onto it. Like I said before, as soon as you fit the micro SD card into the camera, it will constantly start recording. When it reaches the end of the micro SD card, it will loop and start all over again and record from the beginning again. So if there's any footage you want to save and keep, this is what you need to do. You need to access it through this bar, find it, and record it onto your tablet or onto the app, and then save it like that, or else it'll be recorded over. So right guys, that's everything on this app itself I can show you. You can zoom in and out. I'm just trying to think what else can I show you. You can turn it sideways for a full view picture, and that's with the playback as well. You can do that as well. So here we've got a camera sign. You can take a picture, but it doesn't offer you the video sign to record. But I think if I keep hold of it, no, you can only take pictures with that. So right guys, that's everything on the app itself I can show you. If I come out of here again, so we go back to the album, so we open that up. So if you can see that, that was from before, them 5 items, and that's from what we've just taken here. So these are the pictures we've taken, this is the video we've taken.
Right, that's done.
So this is the playback. You can turn it sideways. I'm just checking if you can zoom in actually.
That's done.
No, you can't zoom in.
Right, that's done. Underneath.
Right, we come out of there. So that's the album. It's simple enough, you can suss that out. Underneath there, finally, I'm just going to show you the alerts again. So when I did touch it, it did make some more alerts. So I'm going to hit this here, and I'm going to hit here, and it's just given the alert again. It's the same thing. So it's the same thing to access the alert. So right guys, that's everything I can show you with it. I don't think there's anything else I can show you. 1 second before I do go, if you can see them orange bars across there, so when it notices any motion detected and it makes an alert, it puts it onto your time bar like that. So if you want to go back and check it at what time it is, it's on these orange indicator lights here. So I've just done it again just to show you, it is pretty sensitive. Right, I don't think there's much else I can show you guys. I hope this helps somebody out who's having problems connecting up to the Wi-Fi and connecting up to the app. And thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.